Chapter 122, Not Letting Go. Because Xue Fanxin was anxious to see his biological father for the last time, he didn't care about anything else. He followed the servant to a large courtyard and entered a certain room. Xue Fanxin walked behind him and was not as anxious as Xue Fanxin. Although she walked a little faster, her attention was all on the people and things around her. There were many people in the courtyard, men and women, young and old. There were at least hundreds of people. They all looked at Xue Fanxin when she walked in. Most of them had the same gaze as the servants outside, but a small number of them had deep expressions or not much of a reaction, as if they were scheming something. Xue Fanxin had experienced betrayal and life and death, so she had a deep understanding of human nature. With a glance, she did not have a good impression of the Xue family. She could not be bothered with them and walked towards the room ahead. When she entered the place, she saw more people, a group of strangers. These guys were much more solemn than those outside. Although no one spoke, their expressions and eyes revealed all kinds of information. The Xue family was really complicated. However, upon thinking about it, it made sense. Just the number of family members in a family with thousands of years of history was enough to make you unable to remember everyone. The open and hidden battles between the various families were a battlefield without blood. Xue Fanxin really did not want to have anything to do with these people, so she ignored everyone when she entered the room. She walked to the bedside and watched Xue Fanxin say his farewell to the dying person on the bed. She sighed emotionally in her heart. Some people were just shameless. They didn't know how to cherish themselves when they were alive and only expressed their guilt and regret when they were prepared to die. But what was the use of that? It was only adding sorrow to the living. Tianer, who is this child? When the old master lying on the bed saw Xue Fanxin, his eyes suddenly widened as if he was shocked. He was clearly on the verge of death and about to die, but at this moment, he suddenly sat up and stared straight at Xue Fanxin. Xue Fanxin supported the old master and said heavily, "Father, this is my granddaughter. Her name is Fanxin." Granddaughter? Biological granddaughter? The old master was even more excited. He waved at Xue Fanxin and gestured for her to come over. "Child, come over and let great-grandpa take a look." Xue Fanxin was a little hesitant. Only when Xue Fanxin cast her a glance did she slowly walk forward and stand in front of the old man. She said with difficulty, "Great-great-grandpa." The old master held Xue Fanxin's hand and became even more excited. He shouted, "Good, good, this is really good, good." Haha. This great-grandfather's reaction seemed a little abnormal. "Father, what's wrong?" Xue Fanxin noticed that the old master's reaction was oddly intense. And his vitality was rapidly flowing away, which made him anxious. Everyone in the room looked at the old man in confusion. They did not understand why he had such a great reaction when he saw Xue Fanxin. You, the elderly head held Xue Fanxin's hand tightly as if he had something to say but could not. He finally swallowed his breath. However, even though he was no longer breathing, he still held on to Xue Fanxin's hand tightly, refusing to let go no matter what. Xue Fanxin felt that the old master was very strange. After he died, she wanted to take her hand back, but the problem was that she could not. One of her hands was being pulled by the old master. This old man didn't let go of her hand even in death. What was he doing? Could it be that he was going to drag her down with him even if he died? Just as Xue Fanxin was thinking about this, a deep voice sounded, "Old master likes this girl a lot. Why don't we let her guard the old master's spirit?"